Hi, hello, and welcome to the 1111 Divine Partnership Series brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliver the findings for the Divine Partnership connection. It's going to be most of the month of August. Agosto. Okay. We're going to go ahead and lay the. Okay. Okay. Wow. So it's out. I'm hearing if it's up, then it's stuck. That's something relevant. So the magic ingredients are here. Something is we've been waiting apparently a while for something. Ingredienti. Okay. Yeah, I think we're finally getting what we want. This is how it goes. It's been a while since we've done this spread. This is the 1111 Divine Partnership Assessment spread. It's this y'all wouldn't be able to tell this last couple of years. I don't care. I don't matter to me. But this is the spread that put us on the map back on the old channel, that one that got all the fanfare. Okay. And I just came up with it one day. I have a talent for designing spreads. It's very, I look at the tarot as like you're running a computer program. And so each spread is literally like the coding language. And y'all know I love running spreads, and they always mean multiple things. And I keep forgetting to fix the camera to give us some more um, depth. So I'm going to do that now. Perdón. I'm hearing that innocence lost. Up, yeah, give it to me. This is heaven, what I truly want. Is it innocence or paradise lost or innocence lost or something? Who knows? Whatever, what have you. Y'all don't need to correct me with lyrics because I really do not care. It's like a futile endeavor to do that. I'm not going to retain it or even allocate any, concern. It passes through and then it's over. That's how my intuition works. It's not for me, it's for you. If it jogs something within you, then it was for you. If it don't mean nothing, then it don't mean nothing to you. That's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. Okay, let's get on here. All righty. Okay, so we do have something here. Now, first thing is that there were boundaries and I messed up. Oh, okay, so something's weird here. Oh, we got it. Okay. Whew. That was strange. Okay. Hmm. So the feminine is healing. They might have already healed. And really coming into the cycle, we have boundaries because there's an in and out energy or a coming back energy or a returner energy. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be that. But if it is a returner energy, there's an expensive. You may get interrupted. Okay, so there's a return of energy here. Now it's love. Okay. However, there might be some brokenheartedness, or this love might have been separated in the past because the heart's not opening as quickly on the feminine side or the receptive side on our side, really. It's whatever we are, however we identify, orient ourselves, because there's some disappointment that's going to need to be addressed. And we don't even know that yet, not coming into this cycle around the beginning of the month. The cycle starts on the 4th and it continues on until about the 2nd of next month. What is that month? September, okay? Ooh, the Libra new moon is around the corner, 2 months away, okay? So something to think about. All right, so we have this energy here where there's a returner and there's boundaries here. It could be policy, procedures, and protocols, some type of restraint, okay? And there is a energy projection, okay? Because there's been some way that things have been done, probably in the past. And it's okay for whatever reason, it might not feel like that, especially to us. Does that make sense? So we have 3 8s. 8 means wisdom gained from time and indulgence. So there was a way, a tactic, a style in the past. There was some kind of cycle in the past, an exchange of energy, okay? And it had an expansive, okay, perdón, permiso, perdón, I'll be right back. Me scusi. So time from, wisdom gained from energy and indulgence. We've spent time doing this before. There's been an exchange before. Or we've interacted. It's galactic, so it has a seat to womb. And it's expansive because it's a triple. You know to come over here. I can't do this with you while I'm working. Be precise on your needs. That's the agreement, darling. We've had this conversation. The cat is here. Temple kitty, come on, Chandika. Oh, marrone. Okay, so this is expansive, but we're putting the block on it, and they may come in kind of simple, stupid, is what I'm hearing. But the Knight of Wands could be they're coming at us sexually, lustfully, and we might need that adoration, affection. We might need to feel beloved. It might need to be a little bit more authentic than it's been in the past, and we're kind of willing to leave this behind. So we're gonna leave this on the table because we're gonna withdraw. And that's a sacrifice to make, to withdraw. And then the conflict right now for us and on our side is that our heart is broken. So there's some terms and conditions here that might not be honored. When the 8 and the 3 of spades come together, that's a cancel energy. The 3s and 8s cancel each other out, just like the 4s and 7s cancel each other out, the 5 and 6 cancel each other out, or the 2 and the 9s cancel each other out. There's always a corresponding energy. You just need the 11. It's a base 11 system. So the 3 and the 8 of swords cancel each other out. So there are boundaries and restrictions because there's terms and conditions. The terms and conditions are met, the boundaries and restrictions get lifted. Yeah, what's that? Oh, honey, give us a second. I'll be right back. So it's like the overall situation is like we're second guessing, or we're second guessing, or we have boundaries. And the sacrifice to make is that their energy is expansive. They're wanting to give to this. They're ready to plant seeds. They're whole and heal. And they're feeling the connection here, and it's a mutual choice. But we leave, there's remorse. Maybe some grief, mourning, maybe even regret here with this 5 of Cups. Cinco de Copa, Ote de Copa. That's leaving, coming back, and it is like cyclical. And so we're getting one more dose of energy from the other side with this Eight of Wands. They're planting seeds again, and they have a lot. They're full. They all they need to do is find somebody to share it with. Okay. So there is some kind of delay or obstacle in love. I don't know what that is, what that means, what that looks like. Right the first time. Do this to myself. Okay. So that's also it. Now it makes sense to me. This person's coming in, they're coming in to make an offer, and here's the deal. They're secure in the self, and we don't know what that is, because before they were probably needy, so they might have had this kind of toxic spewing that they would do. Ooh, baby, I want you. Ooh, you sassy. Like, not the kind of like, I'm feeling you, I want to connect with you, I want to come closer towards you, check the vibe, feel the energy. It's more like, let me feel all over you, let me touch you, let me, we're somebody was touch starved. I don't feel it was us. And so there's an energy shift. They're moving different, acting different. Okay. So now we have when the ship comes forward, they're still comfortable being alone. So when we open up to them, they do ask for clarity. Because they're looking to make investments, and their investments as of recently are paying off. Most of it is in the self. They've had some kind of awakening with this tower and this. Something here is passive aggressive, however. And honestly, I feel like we are being a little bit passive aggressive. Cause we have sappy energy. I'll be honest. 2 5s. We're kind of on a lame energy, or we could feel depleted. We could feel tired. We could feel drained. Something could be broken. Something could be dissipating. It doesn't have to be the loser or the lame word. It's not always the case, especially for us. If we're the ones watching, if we're the priestess here watching, the papessa, the sacerdota, we don't need to be this loser or lame energy, but it could be limp, especially if the Four of Cups comes pretty soon. Typically, it would be that it's something is deteriorating, something is dissipating, something is breaking down. There needs to be changes. Okay, I don't see it in their energy. It says here, Seven of Pentacles, they've been investing in the self. How do you know it's working? Nine of Pentacles. Normally, the Seven of Pentacles is like, okay, somebody's planting seeds. Are these seeds going to be reaped? Because you're trying to sow right now. What are these seeds going to reap? Is it bad seed? No, it's good seed. It's good seed. And there's more on the way. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. But see, they can stop right now if they want. When this Hangman, I'm concerned. Because it says there's some passive aggression, and there's luck and unluck, and this is in God's hands. So what is God's plan here? Because it says that we are the ones withdrawing. And that's a continued energy. So yeah, it's almost like we're on the river Styx. We need to navigate. We need to calm down. And I do think we do. And so I'm not saying that in a negativo. No que mal, not so bad. It's like, we need to calm down. I'm so sorry to say that. I don't like saying that to women. I don't like being told that myself. I'll start looking around for cameras and witnesses before I backhand you. You say that to me. It's just like, uh, there's boundaries and standards, period, point blank. We started with that. We're still there. Five of Swords in reverse. So maybe the hatchet gets buried because they figure out what the book is and how to come be by the book, come correct, stand on business, pull through, come through, stand on it. Okay, so be about that. Come hard, come harder. Okay. And that's way before we get to the bedroom. So, but there was l'acceso and it's here now. And that might need to be the thing. There might have been performance before, you know, challenges, issues. Because there's a lot of confirmations here for, you know, a very divine rod that's a standing ovation. Now, I need to see, okay, we might be having, we might be having issues because we're not feeling safe or comfortable because homegirl just came out in reverse. So we're not feeling safe and comfortable, but I do see in the future that we do rectify that issue. Okay. So the thing is, men need sex to feel connected and women need to feel connected before sex. So sex is sacred energy exchange. It doesn't always mean coitus copulation. There's a lot of exceptions to that rule, meaning it's not hard and fast. It's not absolute. Some women are more inception. Some men are more conception. Some men need to nest before they can get all lovey-dovey or sassy. Some women can get right at it and then they can pull out the rest of the stuff. You hear what I'm saying? But the generalities, meaning the rule, not the exception, my dear, is that women need connection in order to feel in order to want sex. Meaning women need to feel love before sex, men need to have sex before love. That's weird. And you hear what I'm saying? But that's where we are today in modern times. And that is my professional judgment and my personal opinion. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Every time I come around, every time I come around. Okay, so, the, oh, whoa, whoa. Okay, so it's this one thing that got me slipping. It's this one thing. Okay, so there's one thing here that's a holdup, and it might be orgasmic. I'm ticking that up. I peeked into the future, so I do know that's a little bit of it, but hmm. Let's pull out the oracle now. What are you doing, Chandi? You who show the way 33. So that's the masculine. And this is on the grounds of a new gown, Layla, dance of the divine feminine. So the masculine is actually giving the feminine what they need, and it's disorienting because we are having an issue of the heart opening. Trust is going to take a while, and honestly, the masculine is very patient and forgiving here, it says. So, wow. Okay. We have two oracles. I'll start with the first one, number 8. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything, I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion, I shine like Venus. I hear it and weep in sublime reverence. I bow to this loving, beating, loving heart of my living, beating, loving heart of the universe. It echoes through all of creation. Once, some time ago, I was deaf. I had not heard one true sound, much noise, but no truth. So I believed in many things not worth believing in. Then, in a moment of my crisis that cracked my heart open, I was given a gift. Though I felt fear and confusion, a gift came to me more powerful than those temporary ailments. The gift was the ability to hear the sound hidden beneath all of life. I heard it, the sacred sound of the beating heart of universal love. Now I know that belief in unworthy things like fear and doubt is lunacy. Ooh, one more time. Oh, One more time. Now I know that belief in unworthy things like fear and doubt is lunacy. Even my loneliness became unconvincing to me. We are animated by this living heartbeat, part of life that is sustained by it. You and I, the planets, the birds, and the fishes, emerge from the great source beyond because of this beating heart of the universe. It pumps through our veins. What proof of this is needed? You live. That is proof. I hear it everywhere now. It has become so loud, louder than any word of fear. It resonates through my soul and eclipses any tremor of anxiety. So the feminine's in fear because the masculine's ready. And I'm just gathering that before there's been some false starts, misconnection. Seven of Pentacles typically is a plan that goes nowhere. And now it's not a futile, foolish, fruitless endeavor, but it's one that's not substantiated. Seven of Pentacles versus Seven of Swords. Sete Denari versus Sete Disparde here. So we have another one. You who show the way. Ooh. 23, that's one of my favorite numbers. Renta re. Okay, excuse me. You who show the way. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning and the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. I have looked at you in my darkest moments, searched for you as though fumbling from the candle and matches during an unexpected and interminable blackout. I am the ship at sea, seeking you as my guiding light. Nay, I am the sea, rising up to the horizon because I yearn to be closer to you. Then, to my greatest relief, you rise like a phoenix from the ocean, casting hollow golden light all around you. This great blazing angel of holy fire, in a sweet instant, my soul rests in your presence. The sea becomes calm, the darkness abates. Your light reveals truth, and through your living presence, I know my true self again. I am what you are. Even when it appears I am returning after being lost in darkness, as though I could ever be extinguished. I am divine light. I am you, a living sun. So again, I'm feeling a feminine awakening, and I feel like it's the feminines this time, not the masculine, that needs to come alive, come on board, come undone. Because the heart is closed, Three of Swords. There needs to be some franchise and purchase here, and it comes through honoring boundaries. So the masculine is going to need to show up engaging with the boundaries, regardless of how you're assigned at birth, your gender, whoever's masculine identified, which is actually just talking about extroverted energy. There's other facets, but we'll start there. The masculine is going to need to interact with the feminine's boundaries. Two of Wands, Five of Swords. And it does happen. The feminine does grant access. Three of Wands, Six of Swords. So that's a natural progression here. And I'm hearing that song, I need you to show me the way. Yeah, so I don't know who sings that. It's a household song growing up. I was raised by white people, adopted into a white family. So yeah, the masculine goes on a journey of coming closer to the feminine. The masculine does what the masculine should do. This is a real divine masculine, not no distorted masculine. This is a real divine masculine. There's no toxicity. Um, I can detect that there was before, but that means they were unawakened, unhealed. I think they've done their work. They've invested in the self and they keep doing it. So there's consistency here, and they're willing and they have, and they're able to go to the depths of the soul. And whatever they do, it heals the feminine. So we, um, our fears are abated and there's still more to face. Okay, there's this consistent needing to get to higher ground, because at first we leave, we run, and then we have to come back. Five of cups, eight of cups means you leave, you come, you leave, you come. You know, hot, cold, yes, no, in, out, up, down, wrong, right, kiss, fight, you know, up, down. It's that kind of energy. So the masculine is in full alignment, legisthesia. And we're healing. We're coming into perfection in some kind of way, some kind of shape, some kind of form or another. I know we have this masking here, and this is where it resides right now. I don't have a lot of options to change it. I need a bigger table. And I know I could rearrange it. I'm not going to. That's just where we're at, what it is, and what it's going to be. So the masculine plays perfectly into the feminine's hands, and the feminine unfurls slowly to the masculine. So I think the feminine is going to test a lot. That's just what I'm getting. And here's where we might have a little bit of a hiccup. The masculine is really going to need to, and see, I don't like this. I don't want to communicate my feelings. It's not that I don't have feelings. It's not that I don't share, don't know what my feelings are. It's like, um, if I start talking about my feelings and you start engaging with my feelings, it's almost like you're taking me back to the past, or you're like rehashing something for me. My feelings communicate my needs, and I'll tell you what my needs are. I don't need to sit there and process my feelings. My feelings are like rapid. However, the masculine is going to need to open up a little bit about the feelings. I don't think the masculine is not doing that. Really what it is the feminine is going to want to know what's changed, because there is a change here, and it was difficult for the feminine, whether he, she, it, they, whatever, what have you. The feminine is going to need to literally research, investigate the masculine. And it's honestly, the masculine is going to need to describe what was that moment, the rock bottom that made, and we don't see the rock bottom yet, the Ten of Swords doesn't come out. What was that moment that made you turn and heal? The master is going to need to describe what those feelings were, what that experience was, what the work was that went into, because the feminine is actually saying that we suffered in some kind of way, shape, form, or another, that we experience anxiety, haunted nights. Okay. And once, because somebody here might have a Pisces moon, there is regret. There is some kind of shame or guilt or regret here. And the masculine was haunted at one time. So there might need to be more like, I also missed you, or I didn't think I could live without you, or whatever, what have you, because they do come rushing back in. It's a returner, and that was the first card out. Then Cavalli di Spade, the Cavalli di Bastioni, the Knight of Wands. It's the returner, the ex-boyfriend coming back in. Baby, ragazza. So there is some equally beneficial nursing exchange. Things get fair, and the masculine is feeling fair, feeling plentiful, feeling invested. And unfortunately, that's going to need to continually be communicated. It's not a one-time thing. It's going to need to be. But I feel also after the masculine opens up, and the feminine is probably going to go researching with or without them, because I don't see it being a engaged process. But whenever the mysteries of the masculine are revealed, or just time will show, then the feminine opens up fully. Queen of Cups. The masculine might need to confront something or define what was confronted, because there is some aha moment, awakening. Now, I don't actually think the masculine goes through an awakening. I think it's already had. There's some magic thing the masculine needs to say or show or reveal. And then the feminine finds their strength and the heart opens up or the orgasm happens. So the only other interpretation that I've had so far is that in the past, there were performance issues probably in the bedroom, and that's been overcome. And that might also be a blockage for the feminine. Achieving climax. Because the masculine is to lay it on her. And it does happen. I did see that. It's going to be a lesser interpretation. What it is that something needs to come out, something needs to be said, and it's the feminine that needs that shocking awakening. Because the masculine is going to say something that's not that shocking to the masculine. It might knock the feminine over. Okay, and here's that rock bottom. But it's not coming with that. The feminine needs to feel like they've gotten to the bottom of something, because their heart's going to open up, and then when the masculine is going to need to continually show. Building trust is going to be a long process here, because there's like several moves of like, okay, I'm going to give you a little. So the trust is very conditional for a long while here. Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. When she opens up her heart, or when the feminine, excuse me, he, she, it, there, whatever, what have you. When the feminine opens up the heart, the masculine is gonna need to work with that. When the feminine puts boundaries, the masculine is gonna need to work with that. And I see it happening, and it's consistent. Eventually, we get to the Ten of Swords. That's something finally emerging, coming to the dawn of light. It doesn't always mean a betrayal. It does mean the end of a difficult cycle that was formerly prickly or formerly soul crushing, not this backbreaking 10 of Wands, but soul crushing 10 of Swords. And then the ring, whether it's a lemonade, the union, or some kind of actual ring. It's the golden goose, though. It could be a bun in the oven. I'm not getting that, but we did have the Ace of Cups, and it is out here. There's a commitment in a union. Now, for some reason, there was a little bit of virginal energy that I missed, and I'm being reminded of it. So there is something that's the first time. It doesn't always mean chastity. There might have been coitus copulation before, maybe not even in this union, but it might be that we've never lived with somebody before. It might be that, you hear what I'm saying? There's a first. Because the feminine needs to be feel chosen, and it needs to be consistent, and the masculine needs to provide a space for this union to take place. The masculine needs to seriously create some kind of union here. So there is a little bit of a dark spot, a blemish here to overcome, some toxicity. So there is a shared obstacle to, okay, baby, ragazza, vai. Let's be clear on what you're doing, honey. Okay, of course, the Temple Kitty is in caterwauling right now. So we come into this finally having a commitment of some kind, a union of some kind, and that is the thing that the feminine wants. The feminine has wanted to label this, and the masculine does that, but there's something to work out, Two of Pentacles. But finally, Ten of Swords, a lot of people don't know this archaic meaning for the Ten of Swords is something finally happens. Ten of Swords, Four of Wands, moving into the Nine of Cups, Two of Pentacles. So that finally something gets worked out. It's the union. Finally, we're in a union, because they want a label. The feminine, we want a label. Now, it's something that didn't happen in the past. I said there's a shared blemish here to work out. Something didn't happen in the past. There was a false start, a misconnection. We got to go back to the past. And it's something that the masculine did that the feminine needs to release and let go of. Needs to move fully on, leaving it fully in the past, not bringing it back up again. There was something that the masculine did that was kind of basic, Five of Wands with the devil. It could have been that they were fearful, that they were scared. It could have been a little bit more toxic, that they didn't make a move, that they were a little bit basic. There might have been something kind of gross about them. Maybe they had a weird hygiene habit or weird physical appearance thing. Maybe they came on weird or the heart was closed, the broken, probably because of some trauma from the past, and that's on the feminine side. There was a lot of emotions. So that it could be nervousness, it could be overwhelmed. Soul retrieval is here, and it's on the masculine side. So the masculine needs to become a new person. I didn't detect it at all, but the next round said the masculine was in a place where they were a little bit more demonic, a little bit more toxic, a little bit more lame, a little bit more loser, a little bit more low, a little bit more basic, a little bit more petty, a little bit more bottom of the barrel, a little bit more beta, they had to rise up, level up, handle up. They had to get self-initiated and go through an ego death. They had to come out of some kind of hellish condition or bondage, and it was repression of the self. They were reality distortions. So the feminine gets everything that they want. There's going to be some healing here. Because there's gracious insight into the cycle, but it comes through hard work. There needs to be a lot of growth, vitality, renewal, reinvigoration, expansion, enlightenment. It does happen, but it's a slow process. Now, the masculine comes in ready, but there's paces that the feminine puts the masculine through. And it's not an open conscious test. It's just like questions get asked, and it takes a while to do the dating thing. We don't jump into bed right away. We don't jump into a relationship right away. We got to go through the paces. Normally, when the devil comes out before the emperor comes out, I would say no. But the right mitigator came literally this. We went back to the past to let the past go fully, and it does happen. So this is a good sign. I'm very pleased with this reading. I don't like that it's ending on a Five of Wands, but honestly, it could also say that the masculine went through some kind of punishment. Whoever we're dealing with, the other person went through some kind of punishment. They were done up, banished in some kind of way until they can get to a higher vibration. And they went away under their low vibration, and it kind of cooked them in the oven. It helped them mature and develop. And then we have to get to higher ground. It does happen. So today we deliberated the findings from the Tarot Illustrated by Lady Frida Harris, channeled by Aleister Crowley, and we imposed the guidance from the Rumi Oracle by Alana Fairchild. We got 2 cards, Cosmic Heart, and You Who Show the Way. I'll read both poems one more time. The poems are short. Then there's also a short paragraph. I won't read that. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. The power of love arrived and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything, I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion, I shine like Venus. So that was Cosmic Heart. And remember I was saying, Layla, got me on my knee, Layla. There's a card in here called Layla. I'll read that too. You who show the way, I want you to show me the way. That's coming through. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their own destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Put aside your clever schemes, O lover, be mindless, become mad. Dive into the heart of the flame, become fearless like a moth. Turn away from the self and tear down the house. Then come and dwell in the house of love. Be a lover, live with lovers. Clean your chest from all hostility. Wash it 7 times. Then fill it with the wine of love. Be a chalice for love. Be a chalice. You must be all love to be worthy of the beloved. When going to the gathering of drunks, be a drunk, become drunk. Your thoughts take a course dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought. Let your heart lead be the leader. When grace of love is revealed, be a mirror to reflect it. When the beloved's hair is loosened, brush it like a comb. Be a comb. How I long for my thoughts to no longer make any sense to me. Then I can be rid of them. Like noisy house guests who have overstayed their welcome. Oh, the peace when they finally go. Their incessant chatter bring me no comfort. I crave the silence of you. Will you let me hear it? Will you run through the noisy house of my mind with your great muddy feet so that I can focus on something other than my mind for a while? Ragazza, maybe you can make such a mess that I shall give up my plans and attempts and order completely. And attempts at order completely. Just give in for a change. It is time for that. To give up this ridiculous fantasy of perfection, useless, noisy, irritating, demanding, and yet deadening perfection. I would rather just be alive. I want to plant my head in the earth in the same mud that sticks to your feet and breathe in her rich soil smell. I want to feel her heart beating in the quiet movements of the roots of the plants as they stretch and grab and stop my ears from the fertile dirt, finally gaining peace from the constant infernal racket of thoughts no longer wanting. Okay, so you can hear what this is. We need to come undone. We need to give into love. We need to let our heart open. There's some kind of fear. We're somewhere in control. And it's us, the feminine. Okay. La donna. Okay. We're in some kind of um, constraint. At the beginning, we were second guessing, and then we tried to withdraw. We never detached, but we withdrew. And then we came back because we had remorse, we had fear, we had guilt, we had shame. Some abstract of folks. Pick 3 of the 4 adjectives. Okay, so it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve you, my darling. Please take good care. Go ahead and smash that like button. See you in the next one. Arrivederci, buonasera, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, das Vidania. Shway, shway.